If you like web stuff, you've come to the right place. Hello Interweb fans, welcome to the Interweb Labs channel. My name's Kevin Ridgway. Today we're going to be talking about Hyper, a terminal built on web technologies. Let's check it out. If we go to hyper.is, we will find the official website of Hyper. You can click the download link for this or see the other platforms that it's available for. Mac, Windows, Linux, and other Linux distros. The nice thing about Hyper is that you can actually extend it using web technologies. It actually uses NPM as a package manager, and you can create your own extensions, install other ones. You can add your own keyboard shortcuts. In this case, they call them key maps. You can, it's based on web technology, so its configuration file is JavaScript. So you're able to edit that file and kind of update what you want the behavior of your terminal to be. And this kind of goes through some of the different properties that are in that particular config. So if you are thinking about making your own extensions, there's an API, and the terminal itself is actually built on React and Redux. If you've been around web development, you've probably touched React, probably Redux as well if you use some kind of storage management. And basically you're able to hook into some of the functions. Basically you're able to hook into some of the APIs that this is built on. So it's React and Redux inside an Electron app. So any things you can do in any of these three technologies, you could manipulate and create different extensions for. So people have created things where as you type, things kind of move around and do fancy effects, CSS3 effects, things like that, all kinds of things. The website kind of goes through how you decorate things. Here's what it actually looks like when you're talking about the functions that are within it. Some of the different properties, action and effects, how that works. The underlying terminal, how you can get to some of those things like RPC, communicating between Electron and the event emitter that's built into Electron. Whether you can create windows, sessions. This is an example of if you editing your config, what it looks like. Type in plugin, it'll automatically install it. Once you save it, it'll update. See how it created the border around the terminal itself. So it has some nice things like that. If you're used to building and creating in web technologies, then this terminal is really cool, and this is kind of why I like it, because if we hop on over to my particular terminal, you can see I have all these different plugins. It has different names for the different tabs if you have a different tab. It has these nice icons. The cursor is a particular color. I created used a different theme. There's different themes for Hyper itself. So in this one, I think it's called Panic. Has this nice border CSS3 gradient that I like. There's another plugin here that says what your current directory is, and you can click on that and go to it. And with my terminal too, I have things like you can create splits using Shift Command D on a Mac or Command D to create vertical splits. So it's nice that you're able to kind of click around, create different panes with different plugins. You can change your icon, all kinds of things. If I switch back over to the website here, just showed that example. Here's another example, Hyperpower. So as you're typing, it has these cool effects that you're doing, kind of crazy ones. So if I go to the top of the website, there's different things you can look at. You can look at the different plugins that it has. You can submit your own plugin. You can see the different themes they have available. You can submit your own theme as well. If you go to their GitHub page, it's all open source, built on web technologies. If you take a look at it, you'll see that it's built on React, Redux, Electron, and you're able to you can install it through Homebrew if you use a Mac, Chocolatey if you use Windows, and Arch and Derivatives if you use Linux, which is really nice. So if you're looking to change up your terminal and have one that's really flexible that you can actually hack on yourself, I highly recommend Hyper. It's one of my favorite terminals that I've probably been using for the last 2 years. So please check it out.